Hello, it's Colette and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thanks for coming and please subscribe. And if you're one of my oldie oldies, then thanks for coming back. Building up a nice wee community here and enjoying it very, very, very much. So this is the weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday, the 10th of April, 2017. And before I start, I'd like to say that remember this is your general tarot card, it's a general influence. And just like horoscopes, some people will be hit by it very majorly, and other people will just be the background influence. Some people might not notice it at all, but it's good to have a general thing to tell us whether it's maybe to push a bit or to sit back a bit, or whether it's going to be a positive energy week or a negative energy week. That's the way you're meant to use it. And certainly some of the feedback I get on them is quite, oh my God, that happened to me and it happened on that day. And others are saying, well, I use that to help me with this, this and this. So please know that it is general. It won't fit everybody's week, but it will fit the majority of the week. So I've got my lovely Rohrig deck here. And for the 10th of April week, I'm shuffling. I tend not to do this on camera, but I've just decided to be totally surprised every week. Sometimes I shuffle, pull the card out and then go and sit and meditate on it for a while, but I've just decided that some weeks I'm just going to do it directly on camera and see what we get out there and then. So there we go. So the general influence for Monday, the 10th of April week, I'm going to put them down, cut them, and then I peel off the top card, and it is the Two of Swords. It's a really, really, really good card. It says peace on it, and it's one of these cards that it just is wonderful in the way that it comes about. It brings a certain degree of peace of mind and of gentler energies, but through negotiation and through coming to a kind of compromise. And it might not be so long ago since this card was out, but I don't sort of change cards if they've come out the week before or 3 weeks before or whatever. If they come out, they're meant to come out, so I will read them again. And because I've done so many weekly tarot cards, I think I've done this in the recent past. But Two of Swords, Rohrig deck, isn't it beautiful? Like there's balloons on it, a lot of airiness because it is swords, it is air energy, a lot of greenery, mountains in the background. Very, very, very pleasant looking card. Now, in the more traditional decks, this is about using your brain to negotiate and compromise. In the Rohrig deck, they kind of bring out more the energy that comes after compromise and negotiation, that peace or truce that, you know, you've actually said, okay, I'm okay with this, I'm fine with that. So although the other decks bring out the sense of the negotiation, calling a truce, etc., you know, once truces are called and once compromises are made, a lot of the time we just lose the very negative energy that can come through adapting or actually getting conversations going so that we can sort things out. And that's why it's such a lovely card in this deck, because they bring out peace of mind, or like peace after calling a truce. So that's the general influence today. Excuse me a wee bit, I think I've got hay fever already this year and runny eyes and runny nose, but it's just one of these things. I wonder if any of you out there have got it already this year in Scotland or in the Northern Hemisphere. If you have, let me know and we can sympathise together. So what does it mean in general terms for us all? As I said, it's more this sense of relaxing after you've made compromises or called a truce, and the peace of mind that goes with that. If we look at career, it's very, very similar, you know. Sometimes in our careers, It's not all up and it's not all down either. And sometimes there's things we like about our jobs and there's things that get us down a bit or tire us out too much or we're not happy with. But this week it's about looking at your job and saying, well, that's quite good and that's not. But they balance out, and I'll make a compromise this week by just going with the flow and seeing that that these things are quite good. So it's sometimes about compromising or calling a truce with your utmost ambitions this year. And if you want to give up your job and go away and change the world, that's great, and go for it and it'll happen. But some weeks we have to sort of have a wee compromise and say, well, okay, I can't do that yet, but I can plan for it. Or I can't do that yet, so I'll compromise for a wee while, get some money behind me, and then I'll be able to go for that. And that's where it can be a very, very good card. But you have to think about it. You have to think deeply, is a compromise or a truce worth it? Also, it can be good if you work in large, sort of integrated workplaces where there's always wee cliques and people that don't get on. And this week it's about just saying, you know what, let's stop the wars, let's have compromises, let's negotiate and work together, simply because we need to get the job done. It's as simple as that. And I do like that aspect of it because it can bring a lot of people together that maybe have not really understood one another. I've had some workmates, particularly in pharmacy, that I've gone in as a manager and I've thought, oh hell, they're going to be hard work. Oh, they've got their own ways of doing things. And this happened to me with a dispenser many years ago, and I thought she was a wee bossy boots, and I went in and I thought, well, I'm a bossy boots too, and it's going to be done my way. And the two of us kind of battled for the first couple of months, her doing it her way, the way she'd done with a manager, a pharmacist that had been there for about 30 years. And we battled and battled, and then all of a sudden one week we just, I liked some of the stuff she did. And she kind of came to the conclusion that she liked some of my new ideas, and I was the boss. And it just kind of, whoa, it went together. And I would say that's one of the best dispensers that I ever had in pharmacy. She was in the West End of Glasgow, a cracking wee girl, young woman, I would say. But honestly, I really didn't like her when I first went into that shop. I really thought that we would come to blows before the end of the first couple of months. But by that time, we'd learned to compromise and work together. And because of that, we ended up being a great team, a really, really good team, watching out for one another. And every so often, don't get me wrong, we'd have our kind of blow-ups, but most of the time we learned to, kind of dance around one another a wee bit. That's your workplace this week, okay? If we look at it in love, it's very much the same. If you're in a long-term relationship, sometimes you have to look at your partner and say, and know that, you're driving me nuts with one thing if you're not picking up your clothes off the floor, or you're driving me nuts, say, watching sport all the time, or you're driving me nuts, not sort of doing this, that, and the next thing. And some weeks to get jobs done, we just have to go, I'm going to make a compromise because I have my faults too. Let's just turn a blind eye to that. Or if we're going to really sort it, then negotiate a truce or a compromise. So if you can't turn a blind eye to it and compromise within yourself, then make sure that you set up the arrangements for having a good talk. Now, this is not a battle card. It's not a battle card. It's not even an argumentative card. It's a very, very gentle discussion, negotiation card. So use that within your long-term relationship and you'll be fine. For those of you looking for partners, again, it can be about making a few compromises you may want. I'll say Brad Pitt because I saw a film with him at the weekend and I realised how much I'd adored him when I was younger. I don't know if any of you've seen it. It's called Meet Joe Black. I've loved it, and my daughter and I watched it again and I was in tears. So tell me down below if you've ever seen it, if you really liked it, because I adored it, absolutely adored it. The idea of death coming and walking amongst us, very card 13, the death card in the tarot. Anyway, I'm going on, but basically, oh God, I've lost the plot now, thinking that Brad Pitt, is that not crazy? No. What's I talking about? Love, yeah. If you've got, if you want a new partner, maybe make some compromises within yourself. You may want Brad Pitt, but you may have the wee guy around the corner that's freckly and 4'11", and it won't matter because he might be the person for you. So it's about, you know, having standards, yes, as for what you'll accept with behaviour, but where looks, cultures, etc., it's time maybe to make a few compromises, and that way you will find that the person that's amazing for you could be right under your nose just now. Okay. Health, again, it's about kind of negotiating with your body or even your mind. Sometimes it's more a mind card. It's about, sometimes we are awful hard on ourselves. We can be constantly on our own backs. I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, and how can I do this? And it can bring a lot of negative thoughts, and with negative thoughts, they can paralyze us, they can stop us doing things. And this is a card that says, please, 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 just quit it. Call a truce with your negative thoughts. I know saying just quit it is awful hard. I know a lot of people with anxieties and different disorders where they can't really just quit anxiety or negative thought processes, but give it a go. Try and call a wee truce on them and give yourselves a wee bit of peace of mind, a wee bit of relaxation. Make the compromises. If your mind's saying you're no good at that, sometimes you just say, well, I'm accepting what you're saying, but I don't believe it, so just go away. You're not fighting it, you're just almost going, yeah, I hear you, come back another day. That sort of attitude. So, and if it's more about your body, then it's like compromising, not getting upset if you just feel, oh God, why can't I do this anymore? I was at the hospital with my husband 2 days ago, and I found my walking very, very, very bad, and to the stage that I just thought, why does this not work anymore? Why do I have such trouble just walking a little bit? And I got very, very frustrated with myself, and it was only after doing a meditation that was, it was a day I had to go and do something for someone else, which was fine, do it anytime, but it wasn't a good day for myself. So I was getting all annoyed at myself when really, if there hadn't have been a hospital appointment for my husband that day, I would have been sitting in my recliner chair with my legs up and resting. It was a Sjogren's day. So I wish I'd had this card out for, last week, because it would have been like, yeah, I'm sort of maybe negotiate with myself and say, do you know what? It's just on a bad day. Come on, and give yourself that peace of mind. Give yourself a break with this card. That's what I'm trying to say with health. Stop being so frustrated with yourself. Give yourself a break, and that'll help. Okay. With money, good negotiations. I actually see this as a card of bartering as well. So if you're anywhere and you want to buy something, don't pay full price, unless it's Asda for a banana or something. You're not going to be able to barter in Asda for a banana. But if you're anywhere where you can say, I can pay for that car now or whatever, and take 500 quid off, then do it. Barter. Make sure people compromise with you, and you might actually save a few pennies in the week ahead. So, also spiritually, this can be a good card for meditation, particularly meditations that take you up the way. See, like the balloons, going up, closing your eyes, doing your meditation. Because I work shamanically, I tend to go down through tree roots and stuff like that, and very earthy or water-based meditations. And sometimes it's good to remember that it's nice to go up the way into the sky, maybe have a totem bird this week that you can fly with in your meditation. Go a journey, but do it with air. And also, this is a time where spring is here. It is an air element, so remember that if you are very open, you might see some air elementals or fairies. So keep a wee eye open, particularly if you live in nature, or if you don't get out in nature, and see what you feel with the air elementals round about you. So you see, I could go on with this card forever and tell you all my stories on it, but that's enough for now. If you like the weekly tarot card, give me a thumbs up. Also, I have a little donate button, a PayPal donate button for anybody that wishes to support the channel and help me move towards new camera, new mic, stuff like that, because I really don't make anything through the AdSense thing because I'm too small a channel. So if anybody would want to donate in any way, whether it's £1 or, and it doesn't even matter if you don't, it's just that people are saying, yeah, we like this donate button, and every little bit can be put towards like a new camera and I don't know, other things I want to do, but I'll tell you about them maybe the next coffee break thing, because I quite enjoyed doing that and the response has been lovely. So enjoy the week ahead with the Two of Swords, and let me know as well if you have seen any movies that you would say were spiritual and affected you and lifted you. With me, it was definitely Meet Joe Black at the weekend, but also love Inception as a movie that inspires me. So let me know if in the last week or so, or even the last month, that you've seen a movie that's actually lifted you up in a spiritual way. Comment below. Come on, let's get the conversation going. And I love you and leave you, and see you for the next weekly tarot card. Although there'll be lots of videos going up, so make sure you subscribe, hit the wee bell button so that you get notifications, and that way you'll never miss anything. Even if it's me having a wee moan, but it's a very positive channel. I tend not to have moans on it. So many blessings. Enjoy the week ahead. Bye now.